Now, I don't know if this is a scam, but I've just received a text saying I've either won £250 or VIP tickets to an Elvis tribute night. It says, press 1 for the money, 2 for the show. That's right, welcome back to The Bit of Truth for a Tuesday. Let's just hope those scam artists haven't ruined it for you yet. Now, speaking of scams, let's take a look at those big corporations who are trying to pull the wool over our eyes, wrapping it up in a big Black Friday bow with a sale sign sticker on it. Yes, Black Friday's worst dud deals revealed, as bargain experts warn of price washing. Now, if you ever think that retail are trying to do you a big favour for Black Friday sales, then please do yourself a favour and buy my online course for £69. I'll show you how to make 18 figures in just 8 weeks. The comparison website Price Spy has shown examples of price washing where a retailer gradually increases the price of a product before suddenly dropping it and advertising a discount based on the previous highest price. According to the website, 10% of the products were being price washed and 100% of Black Friday shoppers are being brainwashed. Examples of iPads being sold at $299, rising to £319, then whacking on a for sale Black Friday sticker and bringing it back down to $309. Higher than it originally was. Just shows the contempt that these businesses actually have for us. And they wonder why shoplifting is on the rise.
It's a deal. It's a steal. It's sale of the fucking century.
In more scams, Sadak's back and he's so salty that people are chopping down his cameras. He's coming after your cash through the public services. The NHS is forced to spend £65 million to make hundreds of ambulances compliant with Sadiq's new ULEZ scheme. Yes, the London Ambulance Service has said that 255 vehicles will now need to be replaced because Sadak says they must. And now we will have to pay for it. Oh yes, Sadak, by the way, thank you very much for your temporary exclusion from your ULEZ scam for just a short period while the vehicles can get made compliant. That is going to save us a lot of £12.50s a day until we spend the millions of pounds it's going to cost us at £140,000 per vehicle. 255 vehicles, 27% of the fleet. Someone please page Dianne Abbott to do the maths for me.
$1 million.
Now, let's just keep the scam bust going. Binning unusable PPE bought during the pandemic is now costing taxpayers £116,000 each and every day. Well, here we go again. Millions burnt here, millions given away there, millions lost there, millions pissed up the wall, £116,000 a day going down the shitter. No one seems to care when it comes to public money, and also no one seems to be accountable. Officials saw the destruction of 230,000 pallets of face nappies destroyed in just the first half of the year, costing us £21 million. Thank you very much. But apparently we should be thanking them because the cost of storage is more expensive than the cost of disposing them. You know what would have been cheaper? Not buying all that shit in the first place. But who am I? Just a man who sees his paycheck diminish, given away, burnt, destroyed, and completely wasted, whilst the people that make these decisions take home more of it in form of a bonus. For doing such a fine fucking job, might I add.
These guys are a fucking disgrace.
In more money that people don't seem to give two shiny shites about is the money given to that ISIS treasonous bride, Shamina Begum. She benefits from £250,000 and £150,000 of that in the last year alone. Yes, let's just keep giving away more and more of our money to people of terror, just so that her lawyers can buy another holiday home to be able to park their boats which are bigger than our houses. She's a traitor, a loser, she's not to be trusted, and she can shove the Court of Appeal so far up her when she opens her mouth not even air comes out. Fuck her, anyone that's helping her, or anyone that's supporting her. She made her bed, she can lie in it. We don't want it back. No refunds. Treat this as a Black Friday sale or no return.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Now, let's take a look at the army. Oh yes, the army bosses have paid out £1 million after a member of the armed forces was injured by a closing door. Well, shut the front door. Now, whilst officials refuse to say what actually happened in the incident, previous payments have been made for people trapping or slamming their fingers in doors. We've also shelled out in previous years £1 million to someone who fell over, £888,000 to someone that was exposed to the cold, £12 million to some botched maternity care, £6 million to a soldier who burned himself while putting out a fire on training, and other mistakes that would make all of us just facepalm. Maybe I should just join the army. I'll fall over and hurt my finger, I'll say I'm freezing cold, tell them I'm a transformer and they botched my pregnancy, and then I'll just lay back and sip on cocktails in the Bahamas with Shamina Begum's lawyers.
Oh my fucking god, that's genius!
Now, speaking of the beach and more scams, we've now got civil servants being told they can work from the beach. Oh yes, who cares about security? Who cares about actually needing the people in Whitehall doing their jobs, delivering on what our government promised? They need to be sipping cocktails with me and Shamina Begum's lawyers in the Bahamas or Benidorm. Of course, when my payment comes through, might I add, I need to sue them as well because my ovaries fell out. Are we taking the piss? Is this some sort of sick joke? Do your jobs. You don't do anywhere near the amount of good work to be rewarded to sit on the beach with your laptop. There's paper clips to count and pens to push around back here in the UK.
He's absolutely right.
We've also got some scams at food shops. A Tesco delivery driver has had to pay damages to his employer after deliberately crashing the van so his pals could claim compensation. Well, that backfired now, didn't it? Serves you right. Yep, we can't even trust delivery drivers these days. When they're not eating your food on the way to deliver it, probably because they get paid so poorly, they're trying to create elaborate heists and cons to defraud the insurance industry. Drivers were being asked if they wanted to make £2,000 of easy cash by driving around the corner and crashing into a van, and the scoundrels didn't even pay them. Who would have thought not to trust people that are untrustworthy? Go figure. 31 cases and no jail time.
Unfucking believable.
And in more scams at the same shop, we now have Tesco's no-scan magic tills. The supermarket introduces cameras and sensors in order to calculate your grocery bill. Wonderful, as none of us can be trusted, magic AI cameras will now track down your every move. Didn't I not say this 2 months ago when I was covering all those articles on shoplifting? Who would have thought that there'd be teething problems with it already, with customers being charged wrongly for products, or even for products they've not even put in their bags? This is over the top. Why don't you, instead of spending millions to watch our every move, put some people back into jobs, back on the tills? Let us have some human interaction, some customer experience, some customer service, rather than a play straight from George Orwell's 1984.
Fucking outrageous.
Now, speaking of all things toxic, the mental health firm which pays Harry, Prince of Narnia, £1 million is accused of toxic culture by staff. You really couldn't make this up, could you? The bully and his bully wife, Meghan the moaning millionaire, working for a toxic firm. Yup, better up. Who employed the whingy Gingy as its chief impact officer 2 years ago, has been accused of bullying. Almost half of the 487 people working at the £730 million company rate it as a negative environment, citing a cult-like facade, bullying toxicity, and that everyone is just out for themselves. Well, what do you expect?
I am as ignorant as you.
Tourism is a scam too. We've had more than 500 burglary tourists that are flying in from South America every year to terrorise middle-class Brits in £50 million raids. Great. Still can't trust anyone from anywhere at any time, as people are actively holidaying in our country just to steal our shit. Gangs entering on tourist visas with the intention of just ransacking the homes of Middle England and then fleeing before they get caught. These two, this one resembling a Transformer Pocahontas, even had criminal records back in Chile, so I have no idea why we are letting people in without looking at their criminal pasts. You know, just like other countries actually do, you know, like the United States and Australia. And even the ones that do get caught get extremely lenient sentences. Thank you, Judge Jokers. It's no wonder why we are a complete laughingstock to the rest of the world.
You're a joke.
Now, speaking of people doing bad things who shouldn't be here in the first place, we have a manhunt of 6 suspects of terror who slipped into the UK on small boats, plotting an attack. Well, what do we keep trying to fucking tell you? All 6 of these people of terror, all with links to Islamist groups, started their journey in Syria, travelling to Europe, and then crossing the channel in a £50 dinghy from Argos. Apparently they're backed by Iran and plan to target the government or public services. So with their arrival, it now brings the total of people of terror suspects who came here by dinghies just this year to 25. Yeah, just 25. I'd estimate it a lot higher, to be honest. Rishi, still waiting for something to happen first? Can't wait for your apology written by ChatGPT.
Sorry.
Police aren't going to stop it either. I mean, they're preoccupied with their own stuff already. You know, like the fact that there's over 1,000 cops being investigated for social media abuse, including tracking down crime victims for dates. Oh, don't worry though, as normal a lot of them quit before the conclusion. Many are accused of sharing X-rated images, including that of kids, also being offensive towards women, colleagues, the public, and also using their social media to look up and stalk women who would have absolutely no interest in them. But again, don't worry, these figures came from just 29 out of 45 forces that could be bothered to return a freedom of information request. I wonder why the public has no respect for police anymore. It really stumps me.
It's one of life's mysteries, sir.
Right, so what have we learned today? Black Friday is a scam. ULEZ is a scam. When it comes to public money, nobody gives a shit. Tesco is now watching your every move, and the UK is filling up with people of terror. Signing out.